snails. I used to collect them, really not that long ago. It's about an amazing wrestler that changed the face of female wrestling, and she did. But ultimately, it's an underdog story, and it's also about this incredible family that essentially she wouldn't be where she rose to without those roots. The amazing thing about Paige is she has been so proud and weird and different for so long. And that's part of the reason why she has this amazing fan base, is because I think she came at a time when anybody that didn't quite fit in with the categories of who they were following as a character in wrestling, it didn't quite work for them. And so when Paige came along, I think lots of people resonated with her. And that's exactly what I wanted to take, and I wanted to make sure that we got out there. The thing that I mostly connected to was the fact that throughout her journey, she's obviously dealt with huge insecurities of whether to be herself or whether to be a different form, and who to please, whether it be audience or herself or her family. And I think that there's definitely some similarities in that world than there are in the world that I'm obviously working in. I think that's a constant battle. But other than that, I don't usually wrestle in front of 20,000 people. The first thing that Steven said when we sat down and I got the job, he said, look, I want you to be able to wrestle as much as possible, and I want to be able to film you doing as many moves as possible. But yeah, we trained pretty much straight away. We got involved with CrossFit and had like 2 months of intensive training. And then obviously we needed to learn how to wrestle, so that was like a whole other book that needed scanning really quickly. We basically just got into really tight clothing and hung out for 2 weeks in a wrestling ring. I mean, you can imagine all the sorts of things that just went totally wrong with that, but it was incredible. It was so much fun. But it hurts a lot, and I think that's something that, because there's that whole conversation of whether it's real and whether it's fake, it doesn't actually get brought up a lot. But it's still you that's falling on the floor, and it's still you that's, you know, doing bumps all day, every day, and it's a tough gig. It's not easy. And I definitely say that since doing the film, my respect for anyone that steps in that ring has just gone through the roof, because it's a tough lifestyle, yeah. I don't know. I think I really like snails, and I've constantly contemplated owning like a snail farm. I also love caterpillars, but I get really sad when they make little homes and then they fly away, because I feel like I've invested all this love into them and then they just leave. Oh, you could probably also hear, I have a funny breathing system. That's a good fact to tell people. I often sound like a goose when I'm either laughing. So yeah, that's a fun fact. So many fun facts. Snails, caterpillar, and I sound like a goose when I laugh.
That's a wrap. That's
done.
Perfect.